Today I'm going to show you exactly how to add padding, margins, and separators in WordPress. We'll do it on a live page. I'm already logged in, so I'm going straight to the dashboard. From here, click Pages in the left sidebar, then All Pages. I'm finding the home page in this list. Hover over it and click Edit. The WordPress block editor opens with the page content loaded. I'll click the group block that holds the heading and paragraph. With it selected, look at the right sidebar and click the Styles tab, then scroll down to Dimensions. If your theme calls this spacing instead of dimensions, it's the same set of controls. That is where padding and margin both live. Padding controls space inside the block between the text and the edge. Margin controls space outside it. Click in the padding field and type 20. Hit Enter. The text inside the group pushes away from all four edges right away. I usually start with 20 pixels because it is enough to feel roomy without making the section tall. If you want different top and bottom values, click the chain link icon next to padding to unlink the sides. Then set top and bottom to 30 and leave left and right at 20. Now I'll click the cover block below it. Same path, styles, dimensions, padding. Cover blocks are the biggest offender because the text sits right against the background image. I'm setting all four sides to 40. The heading and button inside the cover now have clear space around them. Margin is the opposite. It pushes other blocks away from the outside edge. I'll click the heading block above the paragraph, go to styles, then dimensions, and find margin. I'm setting the bottom margin to 16. That small gap keeps the heading and paragraph close enough to read as one unit but no longer cramped. The common mistake here is adding space to the paragraph below instead of the heading above. It works either way, but keeping the space on the heading makes it read as part of that block. To separate a new section, I'm clicking the group block that starts the testimonial section. I'm setting its top margin to 40. The space appears outside the block, so the whole section moves down without changing its internal padding. I try not to go above 40 or 60 pixels between major sections. Anything bigger creates long empty gaps, and the page scrolls forever. Now let's add the visual divider. I'm clicking the plus icon between the About and Services sections, searching for Separator and selecting it. A thin horizontal line drops in exactly where the cursor was. If you don't see the plus icon, press slash on an empty block and type Separator. With the separator block still selected, open the Styles tab on the right. You'll see three style variations: default, wide line, and dots. I always switch it from default to wide line because the default line can look like a stray border. The wide version reads as an intentional section break. If your theme doesn't show wide line, use dots. They are lighter than a solid line but still clear. Then in the same Styles tab, click Color and pick a muted version of your brand color. I'm using a soft gray blue. Now go to Dimensions and set the top and bottom margins to 20. That stops the line from touching the sections above and below. Keep the color subtle. A bright line pulls the eye before the content. Next, I'm going to combine these on a real section. I'll click the group block for services, open styles, and add a light background color. Then I'm setting padding to 40 so the text does not touch the colored edges. If a section has a background color, always add padding before margins. Otherwise, the content touches the edges and the background looks like a mistake. The separator below it already gives a clean break before the About section. This is the quick example. The heading gets a bottom margin of 15, the paragraph gets 20, the button sits below that, and the whole group has 30 pixels of padding. Time to check the page. I'll click Preview in the top toolbar, then Preview in New tab. The page opens as a visitor sees it. Scroll through and check that headings have space underneath and separators are not crowding sections. Now I'm resizing the browser down to phone width. Large padding can create huge empty areas on mobile, so if the section looks too tall, drop the top and bottom padding to 24. The desktop view looks good, so I'm closing the Preview tab. Back in the editor, I'm clicking Update. The button flashes briefly and the page is saved. Now I'll open the live page and scroll through the whole thing. The spacing is consistent and the separators only appear between major sections. While we are on the live page, a few quick habits. Keep spacing values consistent. If one section has a 40 pixel top margin, use 40 on the others. Start with small values, 10, 20, 30 pixels. Use padding whenever a block has a background color, because that is where text touches edges. Use separators between major sections, not between every paragraph. And always check mobile after desktop. That last one catches most spacing problems. If an area still feels cramped, go back and select that block, then increase the bottom margin by 10 pixels first. If this got your page looking right, hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment saying it was helpful. Comments are what push this to other people looking for the same thing.